We're back here with another video. Quick update on the suspension lift. So keep in mind, this is a Sierra 1500 Denali, and they got the Magnum Ride, Magnum Ride shock strut combination, and then this is a shock and leaf springs in the rear. We taking these old beat up bolts, and we're swapping them out with new hardware. We did the passenger side already over there. You can see everything's brand new. Put new bolts, new nuts, and locking locking washer. Just to be safe. Get an overview. We have a rough country upper control arm. This is a 3.5. No, it's a 2.5 to 3.5 lift, and the 7-inch lift kit that they sell. This is the upper control arm that works for it. As you can see, the big problems we're having right now is with rubbing. The previous owner already had cut the carpeting for the wheel liner. He already had cut most of this off for the 33s, so that's not a big problem. He has only the back. On the front, he kept factory. There was no rub issue up there. The 33s used to rub on the sway bar link, the actual bar. Sway bar itself links over here, so the sway bar itself, the 33s used to rub on. 35s did not rub. 35s clears this, and the path of travel is all the way back here. But we do have rubbing on the upper control arm. So my solution to that is to probably weld a little bit bigger nub, because this is the stopper for the knuckle itself. I believe all GM trucks have it. There's an indentation right here that stops right here with the, stopper right here. And there's one in the front, and there's one in the rear. The camera will pick it up. I got the knuckle in the way. But anyways, I want to weld a bigger nub here, probably on both sides. I'll probably get a big giant bolt and have it go, cut it in half and have it go around, and weld it here and there, and see if that helps with the stopper situation. I mean, most people, they get aftermarket wheels that have different offset that pokes out a little more, so they don't have to deal with the rubbing. But these are OEM 22s. That came with the Denali, and I want to keep it flush to the body line of the truck. These are 35 12.5 R22s. These are rough country MT Overlander MTs. But yeah, we're adding new hardware here. We already have new hardware up here, new upper control arm. We have the Dirt King alignment, camera alignment keys, camera caster from Dirt King, and so far they've held up pretty well. And then we have a 3.5, well, we have a 3.3 WULF suspension lift, which is this block up here, and we have a 3-inch block, so this is like a 2.5-inch block up here, which compensates for all this to make 3-inch lift in the front. And then we have an actual physical 3-inch block in the rear that lifts the back 3-inch. This is the leveling kit that came with the vehicle from Suspension Max. I kept it on here, and this gave the front an extra ½ inch lift. So the 3.5 inch lift in the front with the 3 inch block in the rear gives this a fully level lift. If I didn't have this in here, there would still be a rake to it. There'll still probably be ½ inch rake in the front. Since the truck is a little bit taller, I'm using a factory jack. I have a 2-ton jack. I have a jack stand here, and then there's one hiding back here. And they're all making contact at some point. Well, these three are stationary. This one, that jack stand, and this jack stand. They're all stationary, so they're not going anywhere. And they're all making full contact with the truck. So, and I only work on one side at a time. That way, you know, no I ain't worried about the wind pushing it over or anything like that. Everything has contact with some point of the vehicle frame to keep it from falling forward, backwards, shifting to the left or the right. And behind the wheels, I have wheel chocks on both sides. I don't know if you can see it. So basically, we have wheel chocks. We have wheel chocks on both sides, both tires. So basically, I just set the vehicle in neutral, let it roll onto the wheel chocks, and then put on the e-brake, put it back in park. That way, it has full pressure on the wheel chock, and I know it won't roll to anywhere since I'm on a hill or a small incline in the driveway. But that's the update for the suspension. This is a WULF suspension 3.3. Again, I have the suspension max. It's like ½ inch block. It was the prior leveling kit, and also I kept this contraption right here for the MagneRide control arm, and it sits on top of the upper control arm right here. So this MagneRide control arm has a bracket that came with the suspension max leveling kit, and because I feel like this was an important part of the lifting process, I put it back on. I took it off, and I decided to put it back on, and the truck drove completely different after that. It wasn't as hard and stiff as before. So that's the update.